Thank you for the applause.
So that was the assistant district attorney right there.
I should have been raised. So, is this working? Yep. Sort of, okay. I can talk really loud too, you know that. So, everybody welcome. I appreciate y'all being here. It's a lot of community interest. I appreciate that. You got a lot of places that have a thing like this and no one show up. And I'm talking to Chief Huckleberry all night. That'd be something. So thank you all for being here. This is a policy decision. I'm not here making policy. I'm a citizen of Bartlesville, but I'm here to give you information what the law is and what the law means in this regard to these license plate reader cameras. I want to say LPR a lot because I can say that faster. I also want to say, look at all these guys behind you, these captains over here. Look in their uniforms, looking amazing. They still fit. Good job, guys. They're brand new. That makes sense. All right, so here's what we're going to do. It's like a little educational outline here. So we're going to talk the Fourth Amendment first, then what a search is, and expectation of privacy, some examples in case law, and of course my interest, because I can say something up here. All right, about me a little bit. You can probably tell from my accent, I'm from New York. I'm actually from Skytook, Oklahoma. Went to OU, been practicing since 2006. I prosecuted, just so you know, kind of my experience in this, I've prosecuted all types of crimes. Every murder since 2006 in this county I've had a part of, if I've not tried the case directly. I've prosecuted hundreds of child molesters, I've prosecuted rape cases, I've prosecuted traffic tickets, I've prosecuted it all. And I've handled a lot of search and seizure issues in those cases. I also enjoy hostile rooms, so here we are. And I hate PowerPoint, so here we go. So, I want to put this up here. This is the Fourth Amendment of your Bill of Rights, okay? A lot of folks may have never read this, okay? I know some attorneys who might not have read this. I kind of highlighted, or I actually have bolded, and I underlined the important part for what we're here for tonight. Also, those who don't know, Oklahoma Constitution, Article 2, Section 30, copy and pasted that as well. Same things, I did it. I highlighted the same stuff. So, again, I'm not a good PowerPoint person, I apologize. So what is a search? You have two avenues of search. One is a government violation of a person's reasonable expectation of privacy. And I circled it, let's come up later on. That's the part of a search we're here for. Their part of a search is the other side, from the officers or government looking for property. I'm not here for that. Talk about the expectation of privacy. Talks about LPR cameras, okay? Oh, back up. Look at that. See? Is that PowerPoint? What am I doing here? Expectation of privacy. It can exist almost anywhere. Like right now. Do I have an expectation of privacy in this room?
No.
Absolutely not, right? I'm here in front of 100 of my closest friends here, right? No expectation of privacy. But you can have it almost anywhere given the circumstances, okay? What if it's behind these curtains over here? Maybe. Just kind of depends on the situation. So it can happen almost anywhere. The word is can happen almost anywhere. There's two parts to your expectation of privacy. The first one is a subjective standard. That the individual, that they expect to be in a private situation, okay? Do I expect it? Like in my home, you expect to have privacy in your home, right? Everybody expects that. So there's some subjective ideas. Inside your home, that's the most obvious one, right? You know, inside the home, the curtains pulled. That we can't see inside your house. Even more expectation of privacy. In the backyard for privacy fence. It's less, but still give an expectation of privacy in your subjective standard, okay? And, you gotta have and. It's not or, it's an and. There's an objective standard. That's what the reasonable person would say you have an expectation of privacy, okay? Examples, again, the biggest one, inside your home, a public restroom. You're in public, but you expect privacy in a public restroom, right? Inside a hotel room, you expect that. It's not your place, right? But you expect to have an expectation of privacy in that hotel room. And the main case that we attorneys look at, we're looking at privacy laws. The benchmark case is called Katz v. U.S. in 1967. Been updated a lot since then, obviously. Some examples of locations are protected. We went a few minutes ago, we'll do this again. Number one, your home, your residence. You have the highest expectation in your house and inside your residence, okay? The curtilage of your house. Curtilage is a fun word. Curtilage is like the place intimately connected with your home, okay? It's kind of a moving target, but again, you're in your backyard, you got a privacy fence up, you got maybe some kind of cover of your back porch. That would be the curtilage of your house, okay? That's the second highest place of expectation of privacy. Third, dominion over enclosed structures, like outbuildings. Think of a barn on your property, you have a detached garage, those types of things. Maybe your workplace. So, it's a big different thing, right? If you have a solo insurance firm or something, you're in your office by yourself, you have to have an expectation of privacy in there. But if you work on the floor of Walmart, you don't, right? No one thinks you have expectation of privacy on the floor of Walmart, especially if the 136 cameras have in Walmart. That's not exact. That's 136 cameras in Walmart in Bartlesville. Not protected. Exposed traits like my voice, that's not protected. Your general appearance, my handwriting, stuff like that. Obvious things, not protected. Voluntary disclosures. Open fields. So this is where it gets tricky between curtilage and other things. Open fields is like you have 20 acres. You got your house, and the area around your house is your curtilage. How much that area? Open for debate. But the back 10 acres, open fields. No expectation of privacy according to case law of the U.S. Supreme Court. Public areas, I like picking on Walmart, I guess. Walmart, this place right here, the university, no expectation of privacy. Aerial surveillance. Garbage cans, do it in there. Information, so I tell Chief Eichelberry something. No expectation of privacy. Also includes bank statements, phone numbers, IP addresses, and drug dogs. Okay. Now, people that I've heard, I did a little research here. I kind of watched a few city